So, my name is Richie RC, and today marks 5 years with ulcerative colitis. So, September 27th, 2012, that is the day that I was diagnosed with this illness, and if you know me, you know that this is everything about my life, everything I talk about, everything has to do with everything I do, everything my family does, all revolves around this one illness that I've now had for 5 years. And knowing that I've had it for 5 years is actually insane. The time flew. I felt like just yesterday that I was in the emergency room waking up. Had no idea what was going on after this colonoscopy. That I had no idea what even happened, what it was. That they told me I had an illness that I had no idea that was even possible for me, at least. I first developed symptoms of ulcerative colitis the summer before, or beginning of 7th grade year, which is 2012. I was having, first started with bleeding, bloody stools. I didn't really know why. I had told my dad, and he had said it's probably from the pizza we ate the night before, with red sauce, whatever. Continue, then it developed into stomach cramping. Went to urgent care, and they said, oh, you probably have some blockage. Here's some Miralax. And if you know ulcerative colitis, you know Miralax and ulcerative colitis don't go together very well, considering it makes you just go right, just slice right through you. And yeah, that wasn't a good idea. And so that made everything worse. Till the next week, we went to another just regular doctor, and they said, oh, the Miralax messed you up, take some Imodium to stop everything. That made it worse. So it's been quite a journey, and after that our doctor was like, you know what, enough's enough. He recommended us to see a specialist at CHLA, a gastroenterologist. So we go, and we're like, wow, we're not gonna get an appointment for a while, you know, gastroenterologist, like, that's hard. We had an appointment the next day. So we go, and he said, okay, well, I want to do a colonoscopy on you, which is they're going to put cameras through my rectum and through my mouth to see inside. The colonoscopy was like scheduled for like in 2 days from then. I was like, wow. So I was scared, you know, I had no idea what that was. The next day I took the pre-op, which was, you know, to clear me out, whatever, so it can be good from the inside. I remember I went into the colonoscopy, I was scared. I had no clue what even that was, or what they're really gonna do. I was scared to be put to sleep for the first time. I was just scared of everything. And I remember when I fell asleep, when they put me to sleep, I woke up like instantly. Like, I felt like, you know, when you go to sleep and you wake up, like, time flies, and that's how it felt. I remember, like, I woke up crying, vomiting, going to the bathroom. I was so confused. And I remember just looking to the right, and I see my mom and dad crying, and I looked to my mom, and I asked her, like, did they fix me? And she started crying even more. She looked to my dad, and she just, like they didn't know what to tell me, and so she kind of nodded and told me, like, no, you're gonna have to stay for a while. And I was pretty confused at that point. I couldn't comprehend what was going on. And that's when she told me, she's like, you have an illness, you've been diagnosed. And I had to stay. I had to stay at the hospital after that. I stayed probably for like 2 weeks. That's when I first found out about what ulcerative colitis was, why I've been feeling how I'm feeling, what I need to do. And they started me on a new medicine. They started me on medicine. It was prednisone. Now, if you know prednisone, you know steroids, you know that was probably the worst medicine anyone could take. I mean, it gets the job done, but the side effects that come along with it are absolutely horrific. Super headaches, rapid heartbeat, heat flashes, moon face. You know, your face gets all big. And that's what happened to me when I started taking them. I was taking such a high dose that my face got big, like, within weeks, and that was horrible to deal with at school, you know, walking around like that. Like, when you're going through that, you don't really know how big your face is until you see it after. Like, now when I look at it, it's like, wow, like, that was bad. But yeah, that started everything. Then later, that whole year was different trial and error, different medicines. many different hospital stays, and that's when I was first introduced to IBDSF. IBDSF is Irritable Bowel Disease Support Foundation, and they were basically a foundation, almost support group of people who have the same thing I do. And we first went there, and I was pretty scared for the first time because I've never done that before. But it was an awesome experience. My parents got to go in a support group with parents who had kids who had what I had, and I got to go with kids who had what I had. So I got to talk with them, and it was probably the best thing knowing that there's other people out there who know exactly what you're going through, feel exactly what you're feeling, and you don't feel so alone because you know, like, you're not alone. You have all these people who feel the same way you do and going through the same things you do, and that was probably one of the best feelings. So if it wasn't for them, my family probably would have been even more clueless now than we were back then. You know, we would have been so lost on what to do, what doctors to see, what medicines we should listen to and take, what diets to do. You know, IBDSF really guided us in the right direction. Remember later that year, I had got an award, Celebrating Life Award it was called, at a picnic that they held down at UCSD, I believe it was. And I remember I said a speech talking about my experience and how I got diagnosed, and I got a standing ovation, and it was and people were coming up to me after telling me how, like, brave I was. They were giving me hugs. Like, it was probably one of the best things. I had all the support from people who didn't even know who I was, but they could relate so much, and that was probably one of the best parts. But throughout this 5 years, you know, I couldn't have done this without everyone around me, honestly, from the doctors, from nurses, to my parents, to my sister, to extended family, to friends, to just everyone, honestly, from everyone who's taking me my doctor's appointments. You know, my family has made it clear that they would do whatever it takes to take me to my doctor appointments, my infusions, just everything, you know. It's just been a journey that it's really crazy to think that it's been 5 years, that honestly time flies, that in another 5 years it'll be 10 years, and like, just knowing that blows my mind. And it's just, I personally, when I look at myself and look at everything that has happened, from failing every single different medicine that they've offered me, from all these different hospital stays, from everything that pointed in that direction, saying, you know what, you gotta give up, there's nothing left to do, there's nothing left for you, why are you still even trying to get better, you know, from all these things pointing to that direction. When I look back now, I don't even know how I even managed to bounce back from that, how to look in the right direction, you know. Like, it's just crazy to think that my family and I had enough strength to overcome all that, and we're still overcoming things, you know. Like, this last year has been probably the worst years. My illness right now is probably at an all-time low. All my medicines don't work. They haven't worked. Nothing has worked anymore. And when I was hospitalized back in August, this last August, the doctors basically told me, like, there's nothing left to do besides have surgery, and a surgery will consist of taking out your colon, basically all your large intestine, taking out all your colon, because that will ultimately be the cure. Because if you take out the area of where your disease is gone. But in taking that out, that's big. Like, you need your intestines to function. So that would be a 3-part surgery that would consist of the first surgery, which would take off most of it, leaving just a small piece of the colon left, with the, what's it called? I just call it a bag, where it's a stoma, where the last piece of your intestine comes out of your stomach, and it's just connected to a bag where you don't poop now, the waste comes out into the bag. So that would be the first stage of the surgery. Second stage, the second surgery basically would be them taking out that little piece of the colon and making a J pouch, which is almost a fake colon, that would connect to the small intestine, so it's almost like, and that would connect to the rectum, so it's almost like I could poop regularly. But in that meantime, after the second surgery, I would still have the bag. in other words. And the third stage would be them connecting the stoma to the J pouch so that I can poop regularly. Now I know that sounds like, oh wow, sounds like nothing, but considering that that they're gonna cut in me, take out all my intestine basically. I can't poop regularly for about 6 months. Like that, knowing that that is probably the last option I had was, like I've always known about surgery, that's always been an option, but knowing that I hit that all-time low, that was probably what I was gonna have to do, it was horrible. And luckily they said, well, you can go 3 months without eating, drinking only boost shakes, to keep your nutrition up. And I was like, wow, surgery, shakes. What do you want to do? So obviously I chose the shakes. And then the next day the doctor's like, well, you see, like, the shakes aren't gonna really cure you. It's more like of something to prolong your surgery process. And in the hospital, when I found that out, I was frustrated because, like, how are you gonna tell me that and then that? And like, and that was probably, and my last meal was a dang peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Like, I wanted something good for my last meal, but the cafe was closed downstairs and everything. But so yeah, I started the shakes. First week's probably the hardest thing I've ever had to go through. Not eating, seeing everyone around you eat, knowing you can't eat, freaking a good freaking 10 of these shakes a day. That was extremely hard, where I felt like I was coming out, like I was, excuse my reference, but I feel like I was a drug addict who went cold turkey, just coming off their drugs. Like, I felt the sweats, I was feeling cold, like it was just the worst thing I've ever been through. And we told my doctor that, and he was like, well, like, you just gotta adjust to it, whatever. Going into next week, it was the same thing, and my mood was horrible. I was mad at everyone, mad at everything. It was a horrible transition to go through. But and then the next week the doctor's like, okay, you can have a little cup of white rice and a little piece of plain, no seasoned, cooked just like that, just organic chicken, like once every couple of days. So I was like, oh my god, thank the Lord, food. So I remember we went to my grandma's after, and I feasted on that chicken. It was the best chicken ever. But having chicken and rice for the next weeks, it's not the best thing. Chicken and rice can only be so good for so long, especially when you can't add nothing to it. Plain white rice, plain chicken. Yeah. But the boost shakes are good. I like them. They taste good. I got a lot of support from friends and family with going on the shakes. All my family started drinking shakes with me. They cut their meals and drink shakes with me. Everyone would send me their pictures saying, look, like, we're drinking our shakes. My grandpa, he still sends me in our family group message every single morning, sends me a different selfie, but with the same bottle and his new shake, taking a selfie saying, cheers, Richie, showing them, like, look, like, we still got this, like, 8 weeks in, but we're still going hard, like, we aren't giving up, and it's just awesome. But yeah, my family are probably my biggest support group. Like, they've done everything for me. They've done everything for my mom, my sister, and I. Like, just when we need something, they're there. When my mom would have to go to work and I'm in the hospital, they're there. My sister too, I wouldn't be able to do this without my sister. Like, there's times where my mom can't be there because she can't miss work, and my sister steps in. My sister's my second mom. She's my best friend. She's my everything. Like, I wouldn't be here at school smiling, still with a positive attitude about everything if it wasn't for my amazing family. And I just want to thank everyone for pushing me to keep wanting to get better. There's been so many times where I want to give up throughout these years. I hit depression. I hit therapy couldn't help me. Nothing could help me get with these horrible thoughts that I can't get better. I'm sick. Why even try to get better? And that's what happens when you get that sick. That's what happens when you go through all your medicine, everything, and they keep telling you there's nothing left for you. You just think, oh, well, I'm a hopeless case. Like, what's the point anymore? Like, excuse my words, but what's the point of living now if I can't get better? But it's been a journey, but I haven't given up. Family hasn't given up, and even now, you know, with surgery still in the talk, you know, I just started new medicine. Hopefully that could work, but surgery is still there, like in the options if this doesn't work. But you know, I have my faith. I believe it'll work. I'm positive about it, and if it doesn't work, then you know what, I need to do surgery. And if that's what's gonna help me, it's gonna help me. But you know, I think what I've learned most about everything, you know, with 5 years of this is that I can't give up. You gotta be positive about it. You gotta make jokes about it. You just gotta accept it. Like, I accept I have a disease. I poop a lot. I get stomach aches. Like, it's me. My friends know it's me. Everyone knows that's me. You know, whenever I used to rush him at school, I'll take a Snapchat of the toilet paper, and I put the same caption every day. I put my caption as daily with the little time filter. So now every time I go to the bathroom, it's like, oh, you're gonna go take your daily? I'm like, yeah. And I was like, oh, cool, man. Like, I'll see it on your story. Like, so it's cool, you know. I've made the best of it, and that's the only thing you can do when you're given these hard life situations, honestly. And it's just knowing that it's really been 5 years of hell, but I mean, I've gone through it, and if it wasn't for everyone, if you're watching this, you know, I don't know who's watching me. I don't care if I get 4 views. I don't care if only one of my family views, but I just want to thank everyone from the bottom of my heart. Like, I know I may not show it, but I'm extremely thankful for everyone around me, for everyone who's helped me, for every person, even if you just told me I believe in you or hope you feel better. Like, you don't know how much that means to me, knowing that I have all these people supporting me. And I just want to thank everyone at Children's Hospital, everyone at IBD SF. Like, I know I may not go anymore just because, you know, it's so hard to get out there, you know, it's during the week. But you guys guided my family in the right direction, guided me. I want to thank my friends. I want to thank everyone. I want to thank my school. You know, I'm recording this here at school. But it's just been unbelievable, you know. Like, I didn't even think I was going to make it this far and to go on to see. You know, last year I missed so much school, like, so much school that my grades are horrible, honestly. But I'm still gonna try to go to college. I'm trying to kill it this year. I'm just trying everything I can to just not let this stop me, honestly. It's already stopped me from doing so much, stopped me from so much things I wanted to do. But I had a time like, no, you're not gonna stop me anymore. You can't. You've already taken away so much. There's nothing else I'm gonna let you take away from me. I may not be normal, but I'm gonna try to be as normal as I can now. And so, this is me. Thank you for everyone for watching. I'm gonna make a GoFundMe. I'm gonna leave the link in the description. Just donate as much as anything you want to donate, and all the proceeds I want to donate to the IBD Support Foundation. You know, they do so much for kids with ulcerative colitis and Crohn's disease, and for families, and they do so much to raise awareness, and they're doing so much to build up the whole psychosocial care in the whole IBDSF world. You know, they're going worldwide, and they're just an amazing foundation. And like I said before, like, I know I may not go there anymore, but they still do a lot for everyone affected by this disease and every families. And so I just want to pay my respects for everything they've done for me and my family, and just donate whatever we can raise to them. And thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for supporting me through these 5 years, for all my hospital stays, for all the times I've been sick, all the times I've broken down, for liking all my posts, because I know all I do is talk about my disease and post about my disease. But you know, it's my life. It's everything. It's everything that my life revolves around. I want to thank my mom, my dad, sister, grandma, grandpa, aunts, uncles, cousins, friends, teachers, just everyone who supported me through this. And I know, like, if I really shouldn't be celebrating it, but you know what, I enjoy celebrating it, knowing it's been 5 years. Like, time freaking flies. Like, wow. But yeah, thank you everybody for watching. Thank you everyone. Happy 5 years.
Say congratulations. Work so